Hi there, and welcome to this lesson on Pure Mathematics 1. And in this lesson, we're looking at parallel lines. Two lines are parallel to each other if they go in exactly the same direction, if they've got the same steepness, or if they've got the same gradient as each other. And that's easy to tell if the lines are written in the form y equals mx plus c, because m tells you the gradient of the line, and you can see if they're the same. So for example, if you had the lines y equals 2x plus 3 and y equals 2x minus 5, we know that they must be parallel to each other because both of them have got gradient 2. And if you were to sketch the two lines, they'd look something like this. And you can see they both go in the same direction. They've both got the same gradient. In examples involving parallel lines, it is normally easiest to use the standard equation of a straight line, y equals mx plus c, because you can read the gradient of the line straight off the equation. Okay, example 1. Is the following pair of lines parallel? And you've got line A, y equals 3x plus 11, and line B, 12x plus 4y minus 6 equals 0. Have a go at this yourself, pause the video, and then come back to me when you're ready. Okay, let's have a look at this. Now the first line is already written in the form y equals mx plus c. The gradient of the first line must be 3. But the second line, we need to rearrange the equation of that line. So leaving the 4y on the left-hand side and moving the x and constant to the other will give us 4y equals minus 12x plus 6. And then dividing through by 4 gives us y equals minus 3x plus 3 over 2. Now you've got to be careful here. The gradient of the first line is plus 3, which means it goes uphill from left to right. The gradient of the second line is minus 3, which means it goes downhill from left to right. So no, they don't go in the same direction. 3 and minus 3 are different gradients from each other. So no, the two lines are not parallel. Example 2 is the following pair of lines parallel. Y equals a half x minus 7 fifths and 3x minus 6y minus 11 equals 0. Again, have a go yourself, pause the video and come back to me again when you're ready. Okay, let's have a look. Once again, the first line is already written in the form y equals mx plus c. So the gradient of the first line is a half. We need to rearrange the second line. Collecting the y's on one side and the x's and the constant on the other will give us 6y equals 3x minus 11. Dividing through by 6 will give us y equals a half x minus 11 divided by 6. And the gradient of the first line is a half. The gradient of the second line is also a half. So yes, they do have the same gradient and therefore they are parallel to each other. The third example is a little bit more tricky. We're told that there's a line and that line is parallel to the line 6x minus 2y minus 14 equals 0. And then we're also told that the line passes through the point 211. You have to find the equation of the line. I'll let you have a go at this yourself, pause the video, and then come back again when you're ready. Okay, let's have a look. I think probably the best way to get started is with the line that we do know about, 6x minus 2y minus 14 equals 0. And we'll rearrange that into the form y equals mx plus c. So moving the 2y to the other side would give us 2y is equal to 6x minus 14. Dividing by 2 would give us y equals 3x minus 7. So this line can be rearranged to give y equals 3x minus 7. It's got gradient 3. Now, the line that we want to find is parallel to this. I think the best thing to do is just immediately say, well, the equation of the new line is y equals mx plus c, because that's the equation of any line. And then you go about the business of working out what m must be and what c must be. With nearly all of this type of question, it's easier to work out the gradient first, m. And then once you've done that, to work out what the y-intercept c must be. And in this question, it's very easy to work out m, because we know that our line is parallel to this line. This line's got gradient 3, so the new line must also have gradient 3. Straight away, we can say that the equation of the new line must therefore be y equals 3x plus c. Now all we have to do is work out the constant. And the method for working out the constant on these questions is nearly always the same. You just need to know a point on the line and then substitute in the x and y values for that point. And in this instance, we know that the line goes through the point 211. So 211 lies on this line. We just have to substitute in x equals 2 and y equals 11 into this line. So putting in x equals 2 and y equals 11 will give us 11 is equal to 6 plus c. And then solving that, we can find that c must equal 5. Now we know the equation of the line. The equation of the line will be y equals 3x plus 5. And that's the answer. Okay, that does get us to the end of this lesson. If you've got the textbook, then turn to page 93 and have a go at exercise 5e. Thank you very much for listening, and cheerio.